Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I recognize it as a great honour for someone with no claim to musical or historical competence to have been invited to unveil a statue to John McCormack in this quiet and lovely garden behind the National Concert Hall in the heart of Dublin. I thank Peter Dwan for the invitation. He is not only a fine tenor himself, but also a philanthropist and impresario. I congratulate him and his son on their most commendable initiative in arranging this commemoration of Ireland's greatest tenor in such an appropriate setting. Peter has had enthusiastic supporters who also deserve our thanks. The IAWS, who have been major contributors to the funding of the statue and of a bursary for promising singers, and Archwell Development and BWG Food, who have funded the installation of the statue. The sculptor, Elizabeth O'Kane, as you will see in a moment, has done the sponsors proud and deserves our praise for capturing so well the warm, dynamic personality of the great singer. Gordon Ledbetter begins his fine biography of John McCormack, published 5 years ago, with the words, "The generation who heard McCormack in the flesh is now gone." And the final paragraph of his book begins with the words, "There is no one left now who can remember John McCormack." Happily, I am an exception to these generalizations. Admittedly, Peter had to search around a bit to find me. As a schoolboy of 16, living in Drogheda, I came by train to Dublin for the final event of the Eucharistic Congress. Standing by the Father Matthew statue in O'Connell Street during benediction at the bridge, I heard John McCormack sing Panis Angelicus, an unforgettable experience. I also recall hearing him on the radio during the war years, still enthralling countless admirers after his formal retirement. Great singers and great composers deserve the highest reward for the pleasure they give so many in generation after generation. Some die young, like Mozart, Schubert, Kathleen Ferrier. Denied joy in this life, they cannot but be assured in all fairness of eternal happiness. I now have the honor and pleasure of unveiling this statue in memory of the great John Count McCormack.